What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today guys, I gotta talk about two things that happened over the week. Right now I'm going to get some little bitty bluegill, which is gonna be like natural food for my baby Pacus. We're just gonna go and get some little bitty bluegill, get the little pieces of meat out of them, and then feed them to my baby Pacus. I've had these Pacus for a few months now. I've been raising them up, and well, eventually they're gonna go into a pond or something else I may be getting, which I'll talk about later in the video. So right now, let's try to catch some little bitty bluegill. We got our bluegill right here. I cannot catch any small ones today. I don't know why. I was just a failure today. So we're gonna go and like cut this guy up into some small pieces, or his meat at least, and feed it to the baby Pacus. So I got all the bluegill chopped up. I'm gonna go show it to you guys in a minute, and we're also gonna go feed the Pacus in just a minute. But now let me get to talking to you guys about what happened this weekend. So this is kind of like the second part to the video that I posted Friday, I want to say. I don't know, it was a video where I put Mr. Bass into the pond. So here's what happened. So I went in and I got the video edited and all that, and I came back outside, and then I went to the pond to check it out, and well, Mr. Bass, he wasn't there. Now, I didn't see Mr. Bass on the outside of it. I didn't see Mr. Bass on the inside of the pond. I don't know where he was. But after searching for about 30 minutes, well, I still cannot find him. And the only thing I can think of is that he had to have gotten spooked by something and it jumped out. Now, he was not acting as skittish as, you know, the first Mr. Bass was. But, of course, going into a completely different environment than what he was used to, that's a big change for him. You know how good at bass are for jumping and all that, you know. So, he had to have jumped out, guys. So, here's what I've decided to do. So, I would no longer be having any bass in the pond. Wait, I will actually. Just a different kind of bass. Which leads me into the shout out of yesterday's video. So, that fish picture was a rock bass. I already have a rock bass, guys. That was not the same rock bass that I have. That was just someone's that they had caught. Guys, that spillway that we went to that one time where we were supposed to catch bowfin and golf. Before I ever even started on YouTube and all that, I had caught a rock bass out of that spillway, and I brought it back with me, and I've had it for a while now. So he will eventually be going into the pond, and also some kind of really pretty sunfish that I caught in my pond will also be going into the pond as well. So I know you guys are probably wondering, well, like, what are you going to do about keeping like a regular largemouth? So you see, we found this lady. She has like this 100-gallon fish tank, I want to say, and she's selling it for a really, really cheap price. Now, I'm not exactly sure if we're still going to buy it or not, but hopefully we are. And I'm going to keep it on the outside on my front porch, well, back porch up there. And that's where I'm going to have some really other cool fish, like bass. I'll have like one bass, and I'll maybe have like a gar, and possibly even an arowana. I have kept them in the past, so I know how to take care of them and all that. They're really cool fish. They grow. They like to eat a lot. So hopefully we'll be able to keep one of them. Oh, yeah, and shout out to Austin Beckham for guessing that fish picture, because I like totally forgot about that. So I know I've only really explained one thing that happened this weekend. Let me get on to talking about the other thing that happened this weekend. So also in the video on Friday, I talked about how I'm an Alabama fan and all that. Well, most of you probably already know what happened in the Iron Bowl by now. If you don't, you're probably like, have been hiding in a rock for something, and you just don't ever come out, you know. But I'm not going to talk about it that much, because the only thing I'm going to say is that our record is better than Auburn's, and we could easily still get in the playoffs. All of the conference championships are this weekend, and if one of those top 4 teams loses, then, well, that's going to bump us right in, because we're predicted to be number 5. The new rank is released, well, today, because you guys are watching the video today. So, yeah, now that we've gotten all those things out of the way, well, it was just 2 things, but it was still quite a bit of talk. Let's go finally feed the Pacus now. Actually, first, let's go check out the pond. So, guys, check out the pond right now. Everything seems to be doing just fine, except the filter's acting a little bit funny. But other than that, everything seems to be doing just fine. The eel's doing just fine. You can see him kind of halfway out of the log. And the bluegill, he's still in here. So, yeah, everything seems to be doing just fine. And sometime within the next few videos or so, maybe even the next video, you guys will see me putting at least the rock bass, maybe even the sunfish as well, into the pond. And well, if they jump out, I don't know what to do. Alright, guys, so here's the pieces of bluegill. Looks like one big blob, but it's actually little bitty pieces. I washed them off, so let's go finally feed the Pacus now. Guys, that was really y'all's first time ever really getting to see the Pacus up close and personal and eating. So we'll keep on feeding them good and all that. But I don't want that small, you know. And now look how big they are. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure you leave it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.